Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. Today I've got an actual special video. We're doing a non-Wednesday review of a trade paperback that came out this week. This was hooked up to us from Vertigo and DC Comics. Sheriff of Babylon, Pow Pow Pow, which is Volume 2 in the Sheriff of Babylon series. Now, for those who haven't read Sheriff of Babylon, say it's one of the best things written in the last, well, probably decade or more is kind of an understatement. It's one of the best comic series, instant classic, and actually one of the best political writings done in any medium whatsoever. So the Sheriff of Babylon, let's try to best describe it. It is a murder mystery that takes place in the Iraq Green Zone post the recent Iraq War. What makes it even more special is the writer. Tom King is a former CIA operative who is taking some of his experiences and puts it in a lot of his work, whether or not it was when he was writing Batman, Sheriff of Babylon, The Vision, Omega Men. He just has a fascinating perspective. And for those who sit there and say, you know, clearly he works for the CIA, this is all propaganda, there's some greater conspiracy about this, farthest from the truth I can get to. This actual volume, it really is non-political in any sense. It is a focus on a murder mystery that takes place, and in the end, the political message is it's all fucked up and messed up, and it is what it is, and you know, and that's about it. That's pretty much its extent of the political polemic that's in there. Alright, so go with it. Christopher Henry tried to catch a killer. Now he's caught up in something even deadlier. Florida cop turned military consultant Chris came to Iraq in the aftermath of the 2003 American invasion to train a new generation of post-Saddam police, but the murder of one of his recruits has uncovered a vast web of secrets and lies, one that ties to the old regime, the new government, and the American military, the criminal underworld, and the jihadist network together in a nightmarish tangle of death and deception. Fortunately, Chris isn't cutting through the chaos alone. Old-school Baghdad cop Nassir and political power player Sofia each have their own reasons to see the murderer brought to justice. Together, trios track down the man responsible, the lethal insurgent commander Abu Rahim. Now, as the investigation builds to its explosive climax and their diverging agendas begin to pull them apart, Chris, Nassir, and Sofia are about to discover that nothing about the murder, the mastermind, or the men behind the scenes is truly as it seems. The writing is by Tom King, and the illustrations by Mitch Gerads. This collects issues 7 through 12, which is the second half of the series. You're definitely going to want to read the first volume trade paperback before you read this. This isn't really one that you can get into right away. You're going to miss a lot. Is the thing of just the honest truth. So this is not one to pick up on its own. You're definitely going to go read the first volume. But I will say that it's absolutely amazing. Now, it's definitely for mature readers. Want to stress that. I actually want to talk about the art a little bit. I'm going to open it up and show off some of the pages in here. But I think the art is absolutely amazing. Mitch Gerads, whatever pronounces his last name. The detail in the drawing is absolutely amazing. Is top-notch. He really knows military stuff. He's done tons of, I think, military-themed comics in the past, and he really puts in the small details, the items that kind of enhance the story. I mean, Tom King's writing is really, really solid. The art actually somehow makes it even better. The looks of individuals, how their heads are, how it's slightly cocked, just the facial expressions, all adds to the mood, the story, the narrative, the plot, the characters themselves. It's just absolutely amazing how the art enhances it. This issue also, this trade paperback also has one of my favorite issues of pretty much the last, God knows how long. Absolutely amazing, fantastic issue that really is just two individuals talking about kind of how messed up everything is. It's heartwarming. It's heart, tugging. It's utterly fantastic. Seriously, it's one of the best things I've read. As a whole, the series is one of the best things I read. I've already said that, but it's seriously absolutely amazing just because it is an honest truth of the life in the Green Zone in Iraq post-war from someone who has actually been there. And the thing that I think that's so crazy is that there doesn't seem to be any political agenda. Now, I'm very left. I didn't support the Iraq War, but reading this, really, I took away that there was no political agenda at all, and it was just more of a, here's the situation that these folks are in, good, bad, whatever you want to look at it, this is just reality. And to me, expressing that as a writer, to be able to get that through, is really, really impressive. For me to be able to walk away having read this, and also Mega Man and Vision and tons of other stuff Tom King has written, and still couldn't tell you what his political views are, is kind of amazing for a writer, especially with someone from his background. Now you can, going through your conspiracies of CIA operative there, but it's I will say it's all seems to be very legit, and he really is just a solid writer in that sense. So talking about the art, let's go with this is a great example of when it comes to, I think, the art enhancing the writing. It's really simple, tons of panels with Sofia just kind of talking on her cell phone, the movement of her head, the movement of her eyes, her face, whatever, all kind of really enhances the story, and you get a feeling of what's being discussed and what's going on. You can kind of see it in this page. One of the things I really like is the color choices it's just very sparse, it's very minimum. I'm trying to think who does the color. Is Travis Lanham, or no, that's lettering. Mitch Gerads does the color too. Travis Lanham does the lettering, and just the choice of using very few colors, it just enhances the story even more and just makes it that more impressive. I really don't want to ruin the end of this, so I'm going to try to avoid it. As far as extras, there really isn't much. This is just pretty much the straight-up story that's in here. In between each issues, there's the cover for the comics that were on there. I'm kind of trying to not show off. You can see cover there. So that is present throughout the issue, or through the trade paperback. But other than that, there's not much when it comes to extras for the trade paperback itself, but that's fine. This isn't something that I really expect to find in there. The one thing that does stand out is, one, whatever, I don't know what is done with the cover, it feels really kind of cool and makes it stand out. What's neat is there's also, I don't know how well it's going to come off, the art on the back has kind of got like a shine to it that I think is just a cool design, and yeah. So overall, I mean, Sheriff of Babylon, pow, 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 absolutely amazing read. Trade paperback, one of the best things I think I've read in God knows how long when it comes to comics. The first volume, you're definitely going to want to start there and finish things off. If you haven't read either, I highly recommend it. If you've read the first volume and haven't picked up the second, it really brings everything together in one hell of a story. So go check it out. It's out in comic shops now. I think it should be online pretty soon, next week. Definitely, if you want to order it, there's going to be links below this video. They are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. You should go and support your local comic book shop to make sure they're around so you can check out other awesome comic series that are similar to Sheriff of Babylon. There is a sequel coming. We don't know much about it other than it's a sequel. If you're into comics, clearly if you're watching this video, you probably are. You should check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.